Alright, here we go. Let's even match up to any other punches Kurokawa had seen from him. I ain't scared of that shit! Kurokawa took a short breath as he stepped towards that fist. He heard something crack. Majima's fist had cracked right against his cheek. Majima froze. Kurokawa seized his chance. He immediately tackled Majima and spun his arms behind his back. Kurokawa lifted Majima in the air with all his might. Go to hell! He then leaned back as far as he could, smashing Majima into the ground. Kurokawa could feel the impact through his arms. A moment later, Majima's body went limp. Kurokawa pushed Majima to his side as he caught his breath. The cocky bastard was knocked out flat. However, he was still breathing. Perhaps Kurokawa got him at a lucky angle.
Majima-san! Majima-san!
Majima! Are you alright? Majima! The girl ran out to him and shook him, but Majima wouldn't wake up. Kurokawa picked up a rock the size of a softball from the river and kicked the girl as she was getting to her feet. Out of my way. Huh?
そんなもの持って何するつもりなんですか?
What are you gonna do with that thing?
何するって、真島を殺すつもりに決まってんじゃねえか。穴からそういう約束だっただろうが。
Ain't it obvious? I'm the Wace's ass. That was the deal all along.
ダメですよ。もう勝負はついてるじゃないですか。
No, don't! You've already won! Isn't that enough?
バカかてめえ。
You got shit for brains?
勝負がついたからだろうがよ。
That's exactly why I'm doing it.
負けた人間は勝った人間に何されたって文句は言えねえ。それがこの世のルールってもんじゃねえが。
The loser has no right to complain about the winner does to them. That's the rule of this world.
なあ、クソガキ、てめえもそう思うよな。
Ain't that right, you shitty brat?
確かにそういう側面はあるかもしれませんね。
Yes, perhaps I do side with you in this case.
なあ、だから勝った俺には真島を殺す権利があるんだよ。
See? So as the winner, I got the right to kill his punk ass.
違います。そんなの絶対に間違ってます。
No, that's definitely wrong.
だってね、これ以上グダグダ言ってやがると、まずはてめえから頭かち割るぞ、この草場が。
The fuck was that? If you don't quit yapping your trap, I'm gonna cave your skull in first, you fucking bitch.
嫌です。
I won't let you. The hell?
いい加減にしねえと。
If you don't cut that shit out. Irritated by the girl's shrill voice, Kurokawa raised his rock. However, you.
撃ちますよ。私嫌だったけど、撃つ練習は真島さんにさせられてるんですから。
I'll shoot. I may not have liked it, but Majima taught me how to shoot this thing.
私が撃ったら黒川さん死んじゃうんですからね。
If I shoot, you'll die. You motherfucker! You thought it was a bluff at first, but she only turned out to safety. This is why I can't stand bitches. He recalled how a different girl nearly killed him on the game's second day. The look in her eyes had been the same as this girl's.
早くその石を捨ててくださいよ。私、本当に撃っちゃいそうなんですから。
Put the stone down now! Please! I really will shoot, I swear!
やろう。
You bitch! But the girl's finger was already on the trigger. She'd probably shoot with even the slightest stimulation, just like an overinflated balloon. God damn it! How'd I let this whiny ass bitch make a punk out of me?
黒川、ここはあなたの負けですね。
Kurokawa, you've lost this one. The hell?
何言ってくれてんだこのクソガキが。
You wanna say that shit again, brat?
では勝てるのですか？そんな浅漬けぐらいしか作れなさそうな石ころで。
Do you mean to suggest you can win with that puny pebble?
相手は機関銃なのですよ。
You're up against a submachine gun, you know?
まったく、少しは見直そうかと思っていたのに、やはり黒川は愚かですね。
And here I thought you'd actually learn something. In the end, you're still a fool.
あと
The fuck you say?
力なんですよね。黒川が信じているものは。
You believe in power, don't you?
そして力さえあれば何をしても構わないと黒川は昨日言いました。
And you told me it didn't matter what you used as long as you had power.
ならば黒川は力を持った彼女に従うべきです。
So you have to listen to the girl who holds that power.
それがあなたの信じている世界の姿ではないのですか？
Isn't that how your world works?
そうか。
So that's your angle, huh?
そういやてめえは最初から俺の敵だったよな。
Now that I think about it, you're my enemy from the very start, yeah?
くだらね
This is such bullshit.
え。つまりてめえも俺を見下そうとする連中の一人ってわけだよな。
So you're just another person trying to make a punk out of me, ain't you?
いえ、それは違います。
No, I'm not.
あ
The hell?
私はあなたの敵でも奴隷でもありません。
I'm neither your enemy nor your slave.
ましてクソガキでもまな板でもチンチクリンでもありません。
And neither am I a brat, ironing board, or shorty.
私は牧岡レイです。それ以上でも以下でもありません。
I am Rei Makioka. Nothing more, nothing less. The bite in Rei's words had Kurokawa speechless. He felt the power welling within him gradually fade away. Kurokawa slowly lowered the rock in his hand. The whole thing felt stupid.
チンチクリンは俺の言葉じゃねえっつんだよ。
I never called you a shorty. Kurokawa threw his rock in the river. That's not real strength. Akinori Majima's sister had slapped him in the face and said that the day he tried to run out of the house with a small fruit knife. On that day he cursed his weakness. Majima had sought simple power. Had his sister not stopped him, he likely would have never started boxing. If simple power won't cut it, then... Majima's reason for taking up boxing had been as basic as that. At first, his sister had been opposed to this, almost like she'd figured out his motive. But eventually, she started cheering him on. Majima had no idea what had sparked her change of heart. And his sister had passed away before she could ever tell him. But now, he felt like he finally understood a little. Majima's eyes fluttered open as he felt the back of his head throbbing. A girl was crying right in front of him.
真島さん、よかった。気がついたんですね。
Majima! Oh, thank goodness, you're awake!
荻原。
It seems he was lying on the riverbed. Behind Yui was Rei, followed by a very sullen Kurokawa.
俺は。そうか。負けたのか。
I see. So I lost, huh? Majima glanced at his right fist to find it swollen red and shaking. Simply trying to move one of his fingers sent a shock through his fist.
真島さん。
大丈夫だ。
I'm okay. I'm alright.
しかし、どうして俺は生きているんだ。
But why am I alive?
黒川、どうしてお前は。
Kurokawa, why didn't you kill me?
こっち見んじゃねえぞ、こら。
Don't fucking look at me.
真島、ユイに感謝するのです。
Majima, thank Yui.
彼女がいなければ、あなたは本当に黒川に殺されているところでした。
If it weren't for her, Kurokawa really would have killed you.
ですが彼女が身を挺してあなたを守ったのです。
But Yui risked her life to protect yours.
荻原が。
She did? Yui clung to Majima as tear ran down her eyes.
ごめんね、真島さん。私が黒川さんと向き合えばなんて勝手なこと言ったせいで。
I'm so sorry, Majima. If only I hadn't been so selfish and told you to face Kurokawa.
私こんなことになるだなんて思ってなくて。
I never thought it'd turn out like this.
いいんだ、荻原。いいんだ。
It's alright, Okihara. You have nothing to be sorry for.
でもネロは。
But... Majima gently stroked Yui's heaving back with his uninjured left hand.
なくそ悪いぜ。
I'm gonna puke.
真島てめえ、一体何がいいっつんだよ。てめえは俺に負けたんだぞ。ちっとは悔しいとか思わねえのか。
The fuck's alright, you bastard. I beat you. Ain't you bitter or something?
悔しいか。確かにな。
Bitter. Yes, you're right about that.
だからよ、その顔のどこが悔しそうだっつんだよ。
Like hell. You don't look bitter at all.
黒川、俺は分かったんだ。
Kurokawa. I figured it out.
ああ、
The hell?
俺がボクシングを始めたのは力が欲しかったからじゃない。ただ強くなりたかったからなんだ。
I didn't take up boxing because I wanted power. I just wanted to get strong.
そしてこの拳は誰かを傷つけるためのものではなかったんだ。
And my fists weren't there for hurting people.
はあ？てめえ、強く頭打ちすぎてマジでおかしくなっちまったんじゃねえだろうな。
The fuck? Did you get brain damage from that bump on the head or some shit?
人のことを散々サンドバッグにしておいて、そりゃねえだろうが真島さんよ。
My fists weren't for hurting people? Says the bastard uses people as goddamn punching bags.
それだけじゃねえぞこの。俺はあの時てめえが絡んでこなきゃな、もっと楽に稼ぐことができたんだ。
And that ain't all. I could have been living an easier life if I never crossed paths with you.
なのにてめえのせいで舐められるわ、裏切られるわ。連中をぶちのめすのにどれだけ苦労したと思ってやがんだ。
Well, I was betrayed, made a punk out of all because of you. You got any idea how much I suffered till I made them my bitches?
でもそれって黒川さんに人望がなかったせいじゃ。
Wasn't that because you don't command any respect?
そうですね。ユイの言う 通りです。
Exactly. Yui put it quite succinctly.
ああ、だとほら。
The fuck? You wanna try saying that shit to my face?
黒川うるさいです。異種返しはもう済んだのですから、過去のことはいいではありませんか。
Kurokawa, cease your yapping. You already got your revenge, so why don't you let bygones be bygones?
真島も素直に敗北は認めますね。
And Majima, you admit defeat, yes? Majima took another hard look at his fist. He released that fist that had been overwhelmed by Kurokawa's drive, and that wouldn't have minded dying at Kurokawa's hand.
ボクサーが拳を砕かれてしまってはな。
Yeah, a boxer with a shattered fist is done for.
ああ、拳ぐらいでなんだっつうんだよ。その程度で俺の気が収まるとでも。
The fuck? How the hell is that a fair trade? Think I'd be satisfied with a broken hand? Like hell you.
だからうるさいと言っています。
Kurokawa, I believe I told you to cease your yapping. Ray swiftly twisted Kurokawa's arm without a sound. Ray, let me go, you bit!
うわ、痛そうですね。
Ooh, that looks like it really hurts.
いいのです。黒川は丈夫にできていますから。
It's fine. Kurokawa's a sturdy boy.
このくらいは何とも。
He'll live.
さて、とりあえずこれで黒川と真島の遺恨は解消されたわけですが、あなたたちに2つほど質問をしても良いでしょうか。
So, now Kurokawa and Majima's grudge has been resolved for the time being, I'd like to ask you a question or two. Is that alright?
質問ですか？
What questions?
どんなことだ？
What did you have in mind?
一つはジョーカーの PDA について、もう一つはリピーターについてです。
First, the Joker PDA. Second, repeaters.
この2つに聞き覚えはありますか？
Do you know anything about them?
ジョーカーにリピーター？
The Joker and repeaters?
いや、どちらも聞いたことがないな。
No, never heard of them.
そうですか。
I see.
なんだ？もしかしてそれが例のクリア条件に関係しているのか？
Why do you ask? Are they related to your clear condition?
はい。リピーターについては別ですが、ジョーカーについてはそうです。
Yes. Well, not the repeater matter, but the Joker is.
黒川はその持ち主について知っているようなのですが、何分口を割ろうとしないものなので、こうして苦労しています。
It seems Kurokawa knows its owner, but he won't tell me anything. So as you can see, I'm trying to get it out of him.
おい、そろそろ折れるんじゃないのか？
I think you're about to break something.
大丈夫です。これでも手加減はしています。
Don't worry. Despite all looks, I'm going easy on him.
それに余震は折れたとしても、もう一本あるから平気です。
And even if I break it, he's got another arm, so it's all good.
そうか。ならいいのだが。
Oh. Okay then.
全然良くはないと思いますけど。
Am I the only one who sees the problem here?
ところでレイちゃん、
Oh, right. Ray?
何でしょうか？
What is it?
ちなみに黒川さんのクリア条件って知ってますか？
Do you happen to know Kurokawa's clear condition?
知っていますが、それを聞いてどうするのですか？
Why, yes. What good will knowing it do you?
いや、だってほら、黒川さんと真島さんってもう争う理由はなくなったんですよね。
Well, it's just Kurokawa and Majima no longer have a reason to fight, right?
ええ、理論上は。
Yes, logically anyway.
だったらもしクリア条件が競合してなかったらですけど、私たちこれからみんなで協力しませんか？
So I was thinking, if our clear conditions turn out to be compatible, maybe we could all team up?
いいのですか？真島が変な顔をしていますが。
Are you sure about that? Majima looks quite disturbed by the idea.
もしかしてダメでした？
Huh? Wait, we can't?
いや、 ダメというわけではないが。
Well, that's not it. It's just... Majima was concerned about Kurokawa's reaction. It was hard to interpret, considering he was writhing in considerable pain at the moment.
もう何気にしてるんですか？黒川さんのことなら大丈夫ですよ。レイちゃんがいればきっと安心ですってば。
Oh geez, what are you so worried about? If it's Kurokawa, then no worries. We've got Ray to keep him in line, so it'll be a-okay.
ね、レイちゃん。
Right, Ray?
はい、黒川の扱いには慣れていますからね。
Yes, I'm quite used to handling Kurokawa. Like so.
ちなみに黒川のクリア条件はクリア条件を満たしたプレイヤーの PDA を4台以上所持するです。
Incidentally, Kurokawa's clear condition is for him to acquire 4 more PDAs whose clear conditions have been fulfilled. Hey, the fuck are you?
うるさいです。
Silence. A goddess of plague. Majima suddenly remembered Kurokawa's name for Ray. All of a sudden, he couldn't help but find this all silly for some reason.
なんだこの状況は。
How did I get roped up into this? Teaming up with Kurokawa. Majima would have never conceived such a ridiculous idea in a lifetime.
荻原、
はい、何ですか？
Yes? What is it?
俺にはもうお前がいいのか悪いのか判断できん。
I can't tell what's right or wrong anymore. Huh?
だからお前の好きなようにしろ。
So do what you want.
いいんですか？
Are you sure?
ああ、
Yeah.
本当ですか？
For realsies?
ああ、本当だ。
Yeah, for real. Hajime's response, drew a sweet smile from Yui. The pain in his fist was quickly forgotten in the face of that smile. But at that moment, Yui froze at what sounded like the crack of a drum. Countless sparks scattered around her at that moment.
荻原、
What? Yui, the one most confused about the situation, slowly looked down at her chest. There were several bullets embedded there. What is this?
荻原、
Yui collapsed to the ground, never for a moment registering what had happened. Majima hastily ran toward her. But all of a sudden, the same sound from before returned. Kurokawa and Ray let out agonized groans as Majima felt a burning sensation in his right thigh and side. He looked to see that Kurokawa had been shot in the side and arm, while Ray had also taken several bullets. Two figures emerged from the forest by the riverbed.
さすがに3人を同時に狙うのは僕じゃ無理だったみたいだね。
I suppose targeting 3 people at once was stretching my limits.
いいえ。あれだけ敵数を追わせることができれば十分です。向こうの第一戦力も沈黙できていることですし。
Not at all. Dealing those injuries was quite sufficient. Furthermore, we managed to take out their first line of defense.
そうだね。あとは焦らずに一人ずつ潰していこうか。
I suppose so. Why don't you take your time crushing them one by one?
はい。ご主人様のご命令の通りに。
Yes, as you wish, Master. The maid fired up her chainsaw. Meanwhile, The boy she referred to as Master reloaded his smoking handgun. The pair advanced toward Majima and the others side by side.
あの二人は
Those two are...
知っているのか？
You know them?
はい少年の方はともかくあのメイドは恐ろしい相手です
Yes. The boy aside, that maid is a force to be reckoned with.
どう考えたって銃を持ってる小僧の方だろうがよ。
Are you fucking brain dead? The shrimp with the gun is obviously the bigger threat.
やればわかります
Well, you'll see for yourself. Majima can feel shivers up his spine from the tense air about her. Judging from the maid and boy's attitude, a fight was inevitable. The wounds to Majima's thigh and side were light, grazed even. But his broken fist weighed heavily on him.
おいマジマ何ボケと突っ立ってんだ。てめえはあの小僧の的になりてえのかよ。
Hey Majima, get your head in the game! You wanna get wasted by that shrimp?
それとレイ、てめえはあの銃を俺に返しやがれ。俺みたいな素人に丸腰で戦えっつうのかよ。
Then give me that gun, Ray! Or are you telling an amateur like me to fight unarmed?
仕方ありません
I suppose I have no choice. Ray took out a revolver and was immediately snatched up by Kurokawa.
久しぶりにズシッとくるぜ。
About time I felt that weight again.
おらマジマボケっとすんなっつっただろうが。てめえはあそこでくたばってる女の銃を早く取りに行きやがれ。
Hey Majima, snap out of it! Hurry up and take that dead chick's gun already! Yui was lying on the gravel. The submachine gun belt was still wrapped around her neck.
てめえ早く行けっつんだよ。
Hey, hurry the fuck up!
分かってる。
Alright.
いやさせるわけないでしょ
No, not on my watch.
てめえ調子こいてんじゃねえぞお前ら。
Don't get cocky, you son of a bitch! What the?
司様あの方から殺してよいでしょうか
Master Tsukasa? May I start with him?
そうだね一人だけ銃を持ってるし
Good idea. He's the only one with a gun.
じゃねえぞあの女。あんなクソ重そうなもんで弾丸を防ぎやがったぞ。
Oh no. You shitting me? That bitch blocked a bullet with that heavy hunk of junk?
だから言ったのですやればわかると
I said you see for yourself.
女は何者なんだ。
What the hell is that woman?
わかりませんですが
I don't know. However, Ray shot daggers at the maid.
そこのメイドあなたに一つ質問があります
You, maid, I have a question for you.
その強さあなたはリピーターです
That strength. You're a repeater, aren't you?
答えないということは肯定と受け取りますよ
I'll take silence as an affirmation.
答えてくださいあなたは1年前に牧岡明という名前のプレイヤーを殺しましたか
Please answer me. Did you kill a player named Akira Makioka a year ago?
瞳いいよ彼女に答えてあげても
You tell me. You can answer her questions.
私が殺した相手のことなどいちいち覚えておりませんのでどちらにしろこのゲームの敗者になど興味はありません
I do not remember every person I kill. Either way, I have no interest in the losers of this game. Why you?
無論これから死ぬ彼らのことも私の記憶には残りませんこれから私の中に残るのは司様との思い出だけです
And naturally, I shall not remember any of you either. Only Master Scassa shall remain a part of my memory.
そっか。じゃあ仕方ないね。
I see. Then that's that.
マジでイカれた連中だぜ。
These bastards are fucking insane!
ああ、別にそれは否定しないよ。
Yes, I won't deny that. Kurokawa and the boy were at a standoff, while Rei and the maid shot daggers at each other. However, Majima's attention was on something else completely. But by that point, the powder keg had already been lit. Kurokawa strafed to the side while shooting at the boy. Majima and Rei took that as their signal to move. Majima moved toward Yui as he listened to the maid deflecting bullets.
させないよ。
Not on my watch. Majima sidestepped away from the path of the bullet at the last second. The bullets passed right by the tip of his nose. They burned the air before them. Majima swung his upper body to and fro as he shivered from the scent of death. He heard something cutting through the air. It seemed the boy hadn't successfully predicted all of Majima's moves. His skill with guns paled to Kurokawa's. Neither did he look concerned. He's a dangerous one. The boy probably only cared about making sure Majima didn't get anywhere near Yui. The fact that he was only taking single shots and being mindful of his ammo was proof of that. All Majima could do was keep drawing the boy's attention so he didn't aim anywhere else. The ones capable of breaking this deadlock were Kurokawa and Rei, not Majima himself. If they could keep the maid in check, then he could tip the scales in their balance. Just as Majima thought that. Take this!
邪魔ですね。
You are in the way. Majima shuddered at those sounds. He turned around to find Kurokawa on his knees. And Rei getting knocked back by the butt of the chainsaw with tremendous force.
はい、動かないで。
Freeze. The boy was aiming right in Majima's chest. Rei was totally unconscious. And Kurokawa had lost his revolver.
司様、この方にとどめを刺しても。
Master Scassa, may I finish her off?
ああ、こっちの二人は僕が引き受けるよ。
Yeah, I'll hold these two off. The unharmed boy and maid coldly regarded their three fallen opponents. No. You're going to die. The maid held her chainsaw aloft toward Kurokawa, while the boy was pulling his trigger. Majima was prepared to die. He imagined the bullet firing and piercing him in the chest. But then, someone in the corner of Majima's eye rose to their feet. Stop! Yui pulled her trigger as she screamed. Bullets soared out of the Scorpion at supersonic speeds and rained down on Yui's surroundings. The majority of the hail of bullets grazed the boy's body and smashed into the riverbed, scattering stones and sparks. How? Master Scalsa! Blood oozed out the fallen boy's side and shoulder, staining the riverbed around him. The maid ran to the boy in a maddened daze.
おいバカ女、あいつらを仕留めろ。
Hey, dumbass! Waste those fuckers! Finish them off!
ああ、何ボケっとしてやがるんだ。撃てって言ってんだろうがこのタコ。
What the fuck? Quit staring off into space! I'm telling you to shoot him, dumb shit! No matter how much Kurokawa berated her, Yui didn't budge. The maid seized that chance to grab the boy and flee. She darted off in the woods faster than anyone carrying another person could reasonably run.
このバカが。
Fucking dumbass!
なんだっつうんだよてめえはよ。
The fuck were you doing?
よせ黒川。
Stop it, Kurokawa! Majima cut between Kurokawa and Yui before things turned ugly. Thanks to the bulletproof vest Majima had made her wear since yesterday, Yui appeared completely unharmed. But her eyes were welling with tears by the second.
ジマさん、私
Majima, I...
どうした撃たれたところが痛むのか
What's wrong? Does it still hurt?
違うんですよ、ジマさん。撃たれたところは痛いけど、そういうことじゃないんですよ。
No. I mean, yeah, it does. But that's not it.
私、銃なんて撃ちたくなかったのに。あんなこと本当はしたくなかったのに。
I didn't want to shoot someone with a gun. I really didn't. But
どうしよう、真島さん。
what do I do, Majima?
私、人を撃っちゃいました。
I shot someone.
この手で人を撃っちゃったんですよ。
I shot someone with my own hands. And with those words, Yui sobbed her heart out right then and there. Spent cartridges were scattered all around her. Unable to offer her any words of comfort, all Majima could do was feebly clench his broken right fist. Meanwhile, in the thicket not too far from the riverbank, Haruna Hosotani had watched the battle that unfolded there from beginning to end.
両者痛み分けた。
Looks like both sides got hurt.
そう都合よくはいかないものね。
Guess we can't be that lucky. She'd been hoping that Maid would eliminate the players needed to fulfill Kotomi's clear condition, the 5, 7, and 8. But now it seemed hard enough to kill them herself.
琴美、移動するわ。
Kotomi, let's move. Haruna turned around to address Kotomi, then walked forward. Kotomi followed her without a word. Kotomi likely hadn't said a word since Haruna had given her Shuhei's gun. Why had Kotomi wanted Shuhei's gun? Haruna still hadn't asked. That, and Haruna didn't want to know the kind of turmoil raging in Kotomi's heart. If she ever learned, there'd probably be no going back. So he just had to focus on fulfilling Kotomi's condition. Nothing else mattered. Haruna kept telling herself that as she avoided eye contact with Kotomi. Just then, Haruna heard voices on the other side of the thicket.
初音ちゃん、特殊機能は変更した？
Hatsune, you changed your special function?
はいです。ちゃんと大輔のにしたのです。
Yeah. It's Daisuke's now.
でも本当に大丈夫なのですか？
But are you really okay with this?
ああ、黒川くんは僕のことをただの臆病者としか見ていなかったからね。
It'll be fine. Kurokawa thinks I'm a coward and nothing more after all.
それに今は疲れてるだろうし、きっと油断してくれるはずさ。
And he's probably tired right now, so I'm sure he'll leave himself wide open. Hatsune Mitsuru. Destructive impulse clicked in Haruna when she realized who they were. Before she could take action. Kotomi was running right toward them. Haruna stifled her voice and hurried after Kotomi. But Kotomi's footsteps lured them to their presence.
この音って誰か来る。
That sound. Someone's coming.
どこからなのですか？
But from where? And a moment later, Kotomi lunged out in front of them, holding her gun at the ready.
コトミ、やめて！
Stop it, Kotomi! If Kotomi killed Hatsune, then she'd become one of Haruna's targets. Haruna raced through the woods to try to stop Kotomi. But she wouldn't make it. Kotomi was already pulling the trigger. But just as Haruna prepared herself for the roar of a gunshot, Kotomi froze, her face warping into an anguished expression. A mysterious conflict raged across her face. But the consequence of her action had already taken root. Mitsuru howled as he took out his gun and aimed at Kotomi. Haruna pushed Kotomi down in the nick of time. I made it! Though she was relieved, Haruna quickly faced Mitsuru and fired her crossbow. She hadn't had time to aim. The arrow pierced Mitsuru's left arm.
初音ちゃん、逃げよう。
Let's get out of here, Hatsune! Right! The pair fled deeper into the woods. Haruna kept her crossbow trained on their backs, but didn't have time to reload. Hatsune and Mitsuru faded into the forest in the blink of an eye. And with the target of her emotions lost, Haruna faced the one whose recklessness had put them in danger and exploded.
コトミ、あなたは何を考えて？
Kotomi! What were you think?
コトミ、
Kotomi's eyes were brimming with tears.
あなた、一体
What happened?
わからないよ。私にも。
I don't even know.
私、こんなことするつもりなかったのに。
I thought I'd never do this.
本当は、しえちゃんの ちゃんについてきたはずなのに。
I stayed with you because I wanted to protect you in Shu's place. That's what I thought.
なのに
And yet I...
私怖い。
I'm scared.
私今の自分が怖くてたまらないよ。春菜ちゃん。
I'm so scared of myself, Haruna. Of what I just did.
本当に
And with those words, the dam in Haruna's heart broke. She could no longer restrain the feelings she'd been trying to hold back deep within her heart. I'm so sorry, big brother. But in the end, I just can't let Hatsune get away with it. For killing you. And for making Kodami suffer so much. Something snapped right then and there. Cold emotions flooded through Haruna and took control of her.
分かったわ。ことに
I understand, Kotomi. Huh?
初音は私が殺してあげる。
I'll kill Hatsune.
春菜ちゃん。いいのよ。ことに
It's okay, Kotomi.
私の手はもう血で真っ赤に染まっているんだから。
My hand's already been stained for a long time now. So I'll kill those two. Haruna loaded her crossbow and immediately took action. Ah! Stay away! A scream and a gunshot. Masaki Kurokawa couldn't help but laugh when he heard those sounds coming from the nearby woods.
なんだよ、ずいぶん派手にやってるじゃねえか。
What do you know? Looks like the party's really heating up.
5日目ともなるとさすがに煮詰まってきたっつうことかよ。なあ
I mean, it's the 5th day and all, so I guess it's the point where shit really starts hitting the fan. Am I right? Kurokawa looked at the other three. But none of them had the faces he was looking for.
Huh? なんだてめえら。
Huh? The hell's wrong with you guys?
つかれ。てめえまで何しけた面してんだこら。
And what's with the glum look, Ray? What do you have to be done about?
それは
Well, I mean...
だってあのメイドはアキラの敵だったのかもしれないのですよ。なのに私は完膚なきまでに負けてしまいました。
That maid might be the one who killed my brother, you know? And yet I was thoroughly beaten.
ああ、だからなんだっつうんだよ。じゃあ一度負けただけでもう尻尾巻いて逃げぬっつうのがよ。
Huh? So fucking what? You say you're gonna run away with your tail between your legs just because of one loss?
大したことねえなおい、なんとか流ってのもよ。
Guess that whatever style of yours didn't mean shit, huh?
牧岡流剣術です。
The Makioka style swordsmanship.
だからその面をやめろっつってんだろうが。
Seriously, quit making that fucking face already.
黒川さん。
黒川。うるせえ。てめえら突っ込んだろ。
Shut up. Stay out of this.
ほらね。どうしたってね。あってこいよ。
Come on, Ray. What's wrong? Come at me.
撃ちたければ撃ちなさい。
If you want to shoot me, go right ahead.
あ
The hell?
今の私にはもう黒川に教えられることは何もありません。
There's nothing more I can teach you anymore.
おいおいおいおいおいおいだよてめえは。散々偉そうな口叩いたくせしやがって。なんなんだそのクソくだらねえざまよ。
The fuck's wrong with you? You kept giving me shit over and over on that high horse of yours. So what's with the goddamn moping?
ですが、あのメイドは化け物です。今の私ではとても太刀打ちできません。
That maid is a monster. I don't stand a chance against her at my level.
アホか。だったら力を持てっつんだよ。あんな化け物に素手で挑んで勝てるわけねえだろうが。
Dumbass. Then find some power. How dumb are you to think you could have beaten her barehanded?
おい真島、それに女もだ。てめえら俺にクリア条件を教えやがれ。
Hey Majima, girl, tell me your clear conditions.
どうしてですか？
Why?
ああ、いいから教えろっつんだよ。
The fuck? Quit your bitching and tell me already.
私のクリア条件は未使用のメモリーチップを16個以上破棄するです。
My clear condition is to destroy 16 or more unused memory chips.
真島は
And Majima?
未使用のメモリーチップを10個以上所持し、他プレイヤーの所持数を同数未満にするだ。
Mine is to acquire 10 or more unused memory chips, and sure no other players have more than me.
つまりどっちもメモリーチップが条件ってわけだよ。しかもマジで俺の条件と競合して嫌がらねえとはな。
So yours both rely on memory chips, huh? And they don't even conflict with mine.
で、今のところ何個持ってやがるんだ。
So, how many you got right now?
18枚です。
18.
18枚だ。なんでそんなに溜め込んでやがんだよ。
18?
1枚も持ってねえってのによ。
18? How the fuck you find so many? We only have one.
それは私の能力が半径10メートル以内にある未発見のキューブを表示するだから。
Well, that's because my special function shows any undiscovered cubes within 10 meters.
だよそりゃ。てめえその条件と特殊機能はちょっと楽すぎるんじゃないか？
The hell? That special function makes your condition a fucking breeze, doesn't it? Well,
そんなこと私に言われても。
it's not like I chose them.
おい真島、てめえらの持ってるメモリチップを何枚か俺に汚しやがれ。
Hey Majima, give me some of your memory chips.
まさかこんな時にカツアゲ？
Huh? You're gonna shake us down now of all times?
黒川、貴様という男はこの後に及んで。
Kurokawa, I never thought you'd stoop so low after...
ちげえよバカ。あのメイドをぶっ殺すのに必要なもんを4人分揃えるんだよ。
No, you dumbasses. The four of us are gonna need some firepower to waste that maid, that's why.
4人分だと。
The four of us?
それってもしかして。
Huh? Wait, do you mean? Majima and the girl reeled in stunned realization. Naturally, this wasn't what Kurokawa wanted, but...
ああ、仕方ねえから。しばらくてめえらと手を組んでやる。
Yeah, ain't got a choice. I'll team with you bastards for a bit. Majima's eyes widened at Kurokawa's resolve.
本当ですか？さっきはあんな不満そうだったのに。
Really? But weren't you dead set against it earlier?
いいも悪いもありません。どちらにしろ黒川のクリア条件は2人と組んだ方がいいのですから。
Doesn't make a difference. Either way, teaming up with you two makes it easier for Kurokawa to fulfill his condition.
うっせえぞ俺。てめえは気持ち悪いからそんな口調で喋るんじゃね
Shut up, Ray. I thought you were too depressed for any back talk.
え。おい真島、てめえも文句はねえだろうな。
Fuck's sake. Hey Majima, you're good with this, yeah?
そうだな。荻原が今もそれを望んでいるなら。
Yes, as long as it's what Ogihara still wants.
私ですか？
Huh? Me?
私はもちろん協力できるならしたいですけど。
Well, yeah, I'd like to team up if we can.
分かった。ならば俺もそれに従おう。
Alright, I'll follow your lead.
てめえは気に入らねえぜ。てめえの意見はねえのかよ。
I really can't stand you. Don't you have your own opinion?
まあいい。とりあえずてめえとはあのメイドをぶっ殺すまでは休戦だ。いいな。
Whatever. Anyway, we'll call a ceasefire until we waste that maid. We cool?
ああ、わかった。
Yes, I understand.
それとレイ、てめえは今から俺の奴隷だ。文句はねえな。
And you're my slave from now on, Ray. Got any problems with that? For fuck's sake. Kurokawa felt blood rush into his head when he saw Ray feebly staring at the ground. But he could tell nothing he said now would get through to her.
行くぞ、俺。
Let's go, you bastards! Kurokawa wasted no time getting a move on. At this point in the game, destroying the Joker PDA and destroying 16 unused memory chips were fairly reasonable. In other words, that meant Kurokawa only needed 2 more PDAs to fulfill his condition. Though naturally, Kurokawa didn't consider Majima one of the 4 players who had to win along with him. Master Skasa, please hang in there.
お願いです。どうか目を開けてください。
Please open your eyes. Please, I beg you. Skasa Mitsubayashi weakly opened his eyes to the sound of someone desperately calling to him. A beautiful face greeted him.
司様。よかった。
Master Skasa! Oh, thank goodness! Tomi's eyes brimmed with relieved tears. But Skasa didn't understand what was going on. His body felt sluggish all over, making it difficult for his brain to function clearly. Where am I?
前にも滞在したことがある用具小屋です。
In the tool shed we stayed in earlier.
用具小屋。
The tool shed.
いた。
Ow! Shooting pain ran through his side and shoulder when he tried to get up. It brought back memories of his defeat.
そうか。僕は撃たれたんだったね。
I see. So I was shot.
参ったな。万全を期したはずだったのに。
How embarrassing. And here I thought I accounted for every possibility.
司様、申し訳ございません。私が至らないばかりに。
My sincerest apologies, Master Skasa. My incompetence brought this upon you.
いや、さっきのは僕のせいだよ。
No, that was my fault. The girl likely been wearing a bulletproof vest or something. Though he could chalk it up as a mere miscalculation, assuming she'd been dead, clearly been Skasa's own blunder.
瞳、礼を言うよ。
Thank you, Hitomi.
お前がいなければ、僕はあそこで死んでいた。
If it hadn't been for you, I would have died back there.
司様。
Master Skasa!
ところで、時間はちゃんと確認している。
By the way, have you been keeping track of time?
はい。このエリアにはあと30分ほど滞在できます。
Yes, I can stay in this area for another 30 minutes.
ギリギリまで司様のおそばにいさせてください。
So please, let me stay with you as long as possible.
わかったよ。
Yeah, of course. Skasa breathed a sigh of relief. But when he wondered what Hitomi would have done had he not woken up in time, he shuddered. Just how had Hitomi gotten him away from that riverbed to begin with? Skasa's lips curved into a wry smile when he realized he put Hitomi's life at risk once again.
僕は瞳の
Perhaps I'm not worthy to be your master. Scussa's loathing for his weak self deepened.
そんなことはございません。司様は私にとって最高の。
That is not true. You are the greatest master I could have asked for.
最高か。僕にはとてもそうは思えないな。
The greatest, huh? I sure don't feel that way.
だって僕が瞳を命の危険にさらしたのはさっきので2度目じゃないか。
I mean, this is the second time I've put your life at risk, isn't it?
僕が瞳ならこんな使えない主人なんてとっくに見限ってるんじゃないかな。
If I were you, I would have abandoned this useless master days ago.
司様
Master Scassa?
いいんだよ瞳。僕のことを見捨てても
It's alright, Hitomi. I don't mind if you leave me.
僕は瞳の主人が務まる器じゃない。今回のことでそれがよく分かったよ。
Since it has made it clear that I'm not fit to serve as your master.
いいえ、そんなことおっしゃらないでください。
No, please do not say that.
いやでもさ
But I...
嫌です。私は絶対にそんなことはいたしません。
No! I will never leave you, not in my life.
瞳
私は司様のメイドでいたいのです。ですからどうかそのような気弱なことを言うのはおやめください。
I want to be your maid, so please, cease that weak-hearted behavior at once. Tomi's eyes filled with tears. Almost like a little child. She was quite unlike Scassa's favorite cyclamen in that state, that was for sure.
分かったよ瞳。
Alright, Hitomi.
もう変なことは言わないからさ。
I won't say anything like that ever again.
だからそんな悲しい顔しないでくれよ。
So please, don't look so sad.
僕はこんな時どうしたらいいのかよくわからないんだ。
I don't know what to do in times like these.
だからさほら
So, please.
申し訳ありません。
Yes, my sincerest apologies. A brief silence hung over the two. Just then, Scassa felt desire welling from within. It wasn't exactly curiosity. No, there was something more necessary than that.
ねえ瞳
Say, Hitomi. Yes?
お前にまた一つ聞きたいことがあるんだけど
I want to ask you something again.
何でしょうか。
Yes, what is it?
教えてほしいんだ。どうして瞳が今の瞳になったのか。
I want to know how you ended up like this.
瞳はどうしてメイドになろうと思ったんだ。
Why did you want to become a maid?
それはしかし司様
That's... But Master Scassa,
頼むよ瞳。
please, Hitomi.
僕はお前の主としてもっとお前のことを知っておきたいんだ。
As your master, I want to get to know you better.
司様
Master Scassa!
かしこまりました。
Understood.
ですが私は過去の記憶が曖昧で正確にお伝えできるかどうかわからないのですが、それでもよろしいでしょうか。
But my memories of my past are rather faint, so I don't know if I am properly equipped to explain it. Is that quite alright with you?
僕はそれで構わない。
Yes, I don't mind.
そうですか。では
Very well. Then permit me to begin. Tomi took a deep breath. And then, with a distant glint in her eyes, she began reciting her past.
私が初めて仕えさせていただいた方は今では顔も覚えていない男の方でした。
The first person I served was a man whose face I no longer recall.
その方の家には私と似たような境遇の人間が何人もいて、私たちはその方から様々な奉仕を命じられておりました。
There were several others under similar circumstances as I in his house, and that man commanded us to perform various services.
私が初めて 人を殺したのもその方の命令でした。理由は確か規律を乱した者への制裁だったかと思います。
It was under one of his orders that I killed for the first time. I believe the reason was to punish someone who disturbed the order.
泣きながらナタを振り上げている記憶がありますので、おそらくその頃の私は殺人に抵抗があったのではないかと思います。
I recall crying as I raised the machete, so I believe I still had an aversion to killing back then.
ですが、その方に命じられて何人も殺していくうちに、私はいつしか人を殺すことに何のためらいも感じなくなっていきました。
But as I killed more and more under his orders, my hesitation slowly but surely faded away.
そしてそんな日々を過ごしていたある日、私はついにある運命的な本と出会ってしまったのです。
And as I continued to live that life, I happened across a faithful book one day.
ジョン・ブレ・ブラッド。その漫画の登場人物の一人に私がいたのです。
Jumbo Blood. I was one of the characters in that manga.
悪の組織と戦うヒーローの傍らで一振りの巨大なチェーンソーを振るうそのメイドは他ならぬ私自身だったのです。
The maid who wielded a massive chainsaw and fought alongside the hero who battled the evil organization was none other than myself.
それから私は男の命令を喜んで引き受けるようになりました。
It was from that point on I began gladly carrying out that man's orders.
いつの日か本当のご主人様に仕えるためにそれまでの全てが必要なことだったのだとようやく理解することができたのです。
I finally realized that everything I had done up until then was necessary so I could one day serve a true master.
やがてその男が死を迎えた時、黒服の男が私の前に現れて私に次のように言いました。
Eventually, after that man died, a man in a black suit showed himself to me and asked this.
何か君の望むものはないか。
Is there anything you desire?
だから私は彼に本を手渡しました。そこに描かれている未来を私は心から望んだのです。
So I gave him the book. I desired the future depicted in it from the bottom of my heart.
すると彼は私に何でも与えてくれました。
And then that man gave me everything.
この服もチェーンソーも力も。
These clothes, my chainsaw, power.
そして私は彼の言葉に従ってこのゲームの中で理想のご主人様が現れる時をずっと待ち望んでいたのです。
And so I followed his orders for a long time, waiting eagerly for the day my ideal master would arrive in this game.
そうか。瞳、俺は
I see. So you're... The girl crying while raising a machete. The girl from Scuzz's dream that morning had been apologizing in their head over and over like a broken record. Of course, there was no proof that girl had been Hitomi. But there was no doubt she had begun projecting herself as the character in that story to escape the guilt of killing others. Otherwise, she'd keep finding herself in unimaginable situations where she'd wish for her own death.
司様、
Master Skasa?
何？
Yes?
どうして泣いていらっしゃるのですか？
Why are you crying?
僕が泣いている。
I'm crying?
は
Yes.
そうか。僕は泣いているのか。
I see. So I'm crying, am I?
僕にもこんな感情があったなんてね。
So I'm capable of this emotion too, huh? Even though it had been many years since he last shed tears. There was probably no such thing as an emotionless person in this world. Everyone had feelings, and Skasa and Hitomi were no exceptions.
ねえ、瞳、
Hey, Hitomi?
はい、何でしょう。
Yes, what is it?
もう一度聞くけど、
ask you one more time. Are you sure you're alright with me being your master?
はい司様以外には考えられません
Yes. I cannot imagine it being anyone else but you.
それじゃあ今約束するよ。
I see. Then let's make a promise.
お前が僕のメイドでいたいと望む限り、僕はずっとお前のご主人様であり続けるよ。
I'll continue to be your master for as long as you want to be my maid.
瞳はそれでいいんだよね。
That's what you'd want, isn't it?
はいもちろんでございますご主人様
Yes, of course, master. He told me he was beaming. But by now, Scassa was painfully aware. Though he told me he really wanted wasn't a master. No, what she truly desired was for someone to save her from the hell she lived in. That person was the master she was looking for. And so Scassa made a solemn vow to keep being her master no matter what happened in the future. As the sun rose and the forest began to warm up, Hasane Otoda was leaning against the roots of a thick tree alongside the exhausted Mitsuru.
Hatsune-chan, 大丈夫かい
Hatsune, are you okay? Yes,
初音のことよりみつるの方が
but you've got it worse than me.
僕のことなら心配ないよ
Don't worry about me. But... Just how long had it been since Haruno and Kotomi started chasing them? How many arrows had they fired, and how many wounds had Mitsuru taken protecting Hatsune? And how long had it been since Hatsune's concern for Mitsuru had ceased to be an act? Hatsune cried. There was just too much she didn't understand going on, and she didn't know what to do.
どうしてなのですかどうしてみつるがこんなに傷だらけにならなければいけないのですか
Why? Why do you have to be the one who suffers for all this?
初音
やっぱり初音がいけなかったのですか
It's because I'm broken, isn't it?
初音が大輔と周平を殺したから
Because I killed Daisuke and Shuhei.
から初音は初音とみつるは今こんな怖い目に遭わされているのですか
Is that why we're going through this terrifying experience?
違うよ初音ちゃん
No, Hatsune.
初音ちゃんは何も悪いことなんかしていないんだ
It's not your fault.
悪いのは全部僕らをこのゲームに無理やり参加させた運営の連中なんだ
It's all their fault. The ones behind the shadows who forced us to play this game.
でも初音は
But even so, I still... All of a sudden, Hatsune's PDA beeped again.
なのですか
They're back?
くそせっかく負けたと思ったのに
Damn it. And here I thought we'd given them the slip. Just then, they heard a familiar sound from the woods.
初音ちゃん危ない
Hatsune, look out! Mitsuru had taken an arrow deep into the back, shielding Hatsune. Blood started oozing from the wound. Hasane quickly pulled out the arrow and applied pressure to the wound. But the bleeding wouldn't stop. The bushes behind her shook at that moment. Haruna stood there, regarding her targets coldly. Stay away from us. Please, forgive us already.
ダメよそんなの
I can't do that.
お兄ちゃんを殺したくせに何を虫のいいことを言ってる
Would even get off after you killed my brother?
するだけでも許してくださいなのです。周平を殺したのは初音で、ミツルは関係ないのです。
Then at least forgive me, Tsuru. He had nothing to do with it. I'm the one who killed Shuhei.
そうね確かにそれはそうだったわね
True. You make a valid point.
それに私のクリア対象には彼は今のところ入ってないし
And he's not one of my clear condition targets. Not now, anyway. And you'll...
それでも
No. I still can't.
そんなに彼のことが大切なら彼があなたの目の前で死ぬことには意味があるもの
If you care about him so much, then it's worth killing him right in front of you.
だってあなたに私と琴美が感じた悲しみを少しでも味わわせてあげたいから
After all, I want you to taste some of the sorrow you've put Kotomi and I through. Haruna smirked and reloaded her crossbow. Mitsuru's gonna die if I don't do something! With that thought, Hasane's feet sprung into action. She started sprinting away from Mitsuru.
初音どこへ行くの彼が死ぬ瞬間を見なくていいの
Where are you going, Hatsune? You sure you don't want to watch him die?
初音はミツルのことなんて別に何とも思っていないのです。殺したいのならそんなの好きにすればいいのです。
Me? I don't give a damn about Mitsuru. If you want to kill him, go right ahead. Oh, really?
でもそんなことしていたら初音はその間に遠くへ逃げてしまうのです。
But if you do, then I'll take that chance to get as far away as I can.
そしてそんなことになったら春菜は周平と同じおまぬけさんになるのです。
And if you let that happen, then you'll just be as big as a dumbass as that idiot Shuhei.
お兄ちゃんが間抜け
What did you just say about my brother? Haruna's face paled. Hasane didn't let that chance go.
そうなのです。初音なんかに殺された周平はとんだおまぬけ野郎だったのです。
That's right! Your brother was a dumbass for getting killed by a puny shrimp like me! Hasane turned around and resumed her flight. She glanced back to see if her opponent had taken the bait. How dare you spit on his memory! Haruna Hosotani could no longer see the world around her. Every nerve in her body was focused on the tiny girl fleeing from her. You'll pay! You'll pay! You'll pay! You'll pay! She thrust her crossbow out in front. She didn't even care about aiming. All that mattered was killing Hatsune with her next arrow. But all of a sudden, there was a metallic clank behind her. I've been shot? Her back and chest were burning. She could tell her lung had been pierced and was bleeding. did this? It was then her answer appeared.
ごめん。でも僕は約束したんだ。
I'm sorry, but I made a promise.
僕が初音ちゃんを守るって。
I swore I would protect Hatsune. Hatsune ran right past Haruna and over to Mitsuru. But Haruna couldn't even follow her with her eyes anymore. Though she tried taking oxygen with each gasp, the agonized craving for air never faded. The pain in her chest raged harder with each breath she took. Her consciousness was slowly but surely slipping away. Chills and emptiness were taking over her body from head to toe. Is this really how it ends? I fought so hard to survive this game only to meet this end? She stained her hands with blood. Was reunited with her brother after many years, only to have him taken away before her very eyes. And was now dying before she could even avenge him. Big brother. This isn't how it was. But Haruna had done the same thing to countless players before. She'd killed them all. And now she was sinking into cold darkness. I'm sorry, big brother. I'm sorry, Kotomi. If nothing else, I want you to be happy. But I couldn't do a thing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. Until the moment of her passing arrived. Haruna kept apologizing to Shuhei, Kotomi, and everyone else she'd killed. But before long, the moment came, and Haruna's consciousness faded into darkness. Hatsune Toda watched as Haruna quietly passed away. I'm so sorry. Hatsune didn't know who those words were directed at. But they weren't meant for her. That much was certain. Meanwhile, Mitsuru stood while leaning against Hatsune before speaking up in a hoarse voice. Let's go, Hatsune. Okay. But before they could, they heard someone running over. Hatsune, get back. Mitsuru raised his gun and stepped forward. Unlike last time, Kotomi didn't have her gun raised. She just stared at Haruna's corpse. No. Why? How did this happen? Hatsune looked away from the mourning Kotomi. But with her clear condition calling for the death of all other players, she couldn't let Kotomi go. But I'm already...
大丈夫。彼女も僕がやる。
It's okay. I'll do it. Huh? Hatsune turned to Mitsuru in shock. His eyebrows were furrowed. And he didn't hesitate as he held his gun and walked toward Kotomi. Kotomi should have noticed him coming. And she didn't try to do anything. She just stared at Haruna and continued crying.
ねえ君、いいの？君だって銃を持ってるはずだよね。
Hey, are you sure about this? You have your own gun, don't you?
別に抵抗してほしいってわけじゃないけど。
It's not like I want you to fight back.
このままだと君は藤田君の仇も、そこに倒れている彼女の仇も撃てなくなってしまうんだよ。
You'll never get your chance to avenge Shuhei and that girl unless you do, you know?
私は明かしない。
I won't. Huh?
私はしゅうちゃんと春菜ちゃんの命を奪った。このゲームになんか参加しない。
I won't play this game that killed Shu and Haruna.
それに私もう誰かが死ぬところなんか見たくない。
And I don't want to see anyone else die.
そっか。君はそれを選ぶんだね。
I see. And you're sure about this?
分かった。じゃあ悪いけど、僕は君を撃たせてもらうよ。
Alright. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to shoot.
私をしゅうちゃんと春菜ちゃんのところへ行かせて。
Go ahead. Let me see Shu and Haruna again.
私は絶対にあなたのことを恨んだりしないから。
I swear I won't hold a grudge against you.
初音ちゃん、あの時銃を向けたりしてごめんね。
Hey, Hatsune. I'm sorry for pointing that gun at you.
それじゃ行くよ。
Okay. Here I go. Mitsuru thrust a gun at Kotomi's forehead. A maelstrom of emotion spiraled within Hatsune at that moment. Stop! Hatsune couldn't bear to look at the girl's corpse any longer. Mitsuru walked back to her. His face was white as a sheet, his eyebrows still furrowed.
行こう。初音ちゃん。
Let's go, Hatsune. Hatsune realized Mitsuru's knees were shaking. His glasses were trembling like a tired leaf in the wind. Kotomi died denying the game. Meanwhile, Mitsuru had affirmed it by taking part of the sin Hatsune should have shouldered in her place. Compared to them, Hatsune, who tried playing the part of a murderer to hold herself together, was far too weak. She couldn't even put on that act anymore. Am I really okay with this? But before Hatsune could reach any kind of an answer, Shin Mitsuru had left the forest, leaving Kotomi and Haruna piled up. Okay, so we're gonna end here. So, yep, we lost Haruna and Kotomi. That big fight with Majima, Kurokawa, Rei, Yui against Tsukasa and Hitomi. And overall, everyone's looking like they're in bad shape right now, so the game really is heading toward a bloody rave, as the route is called. We'll have to see how that goes next time, but until then, I'll see you all later.